Are you dreaming of working legally in the United States but don't know where to start? What if I told you there's a document that could unlock unlimited job opportunities across America, regardless of whether you're a citizen or not? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could completely change your future in the United States. Welcome back to US Visa Portal, your trusted source for everything related to U.S. immigration and visas. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into one of the most powerful documents in the U.S. immigration system, the Employment Authorization Document, commonly known as EAD. This is your golden ticket to working legally in America, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to get one who qualifies and what changes have come in 2026. So make sure you watch until the very end. And if you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss crucial updates that could impact your American journey. Let's start with the basics. The Employment Authorization Document, or EAD, is an official card issued by the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, which we call USCIS. This document gives non-citizens the legal right to work in the United States. Think of it as your work permit that opens doors to employment opportunities across the country. The EAD is a plastic card similar in size to a credit card, and it contains your photograph name, fingerprint, date of birth, and a unique authorization number that starts with the letter A. The validity period typically ranges from 1 to 2 years depending on your immigration status and category. Now, you might be wondering who exactly can get an EAD. The answer is more inclusive than you might think. First, asylum applicants who have filed for asylum and are waiting for their cases to be decided can apply for an EAD if you've filed your asylum application and it's been pending for at least 150 days. Through no fault of your own, you become eligible to apply for work authorization. Second, refugees and asylees who have already been granted protection in the United States receive automatic work authorization. You don't even need to apply for a separate EAD card, though getting one makes employment verification much easier. Third, certain family-based visa applicants can qualify if your spouse or parent has filed an immigrant petition for you and you're waiting for your green card. You may be eligible to apply for an EAD while your case is pending. Fourth, F1 students pursuing optional practical training, which we call OPT, can obtain an EAD. This allows international students to work in their field of study for up to 12 months after completing their degree. And if you're in a STEM field, you can get an additional 24-month extension. Fifth, J1 visa holders who are authorized for academic training can also apply for work authorization. Sixth, H4 visa holders who are dependent of H1B workers may qualify for an EAD under certain circumstances, specifically if the H1B holder is in the process of getting a green card or has an approved immigrant petition. Seventh, temporary protected status holders known as TPS recipients are eligible for work authorization. This status is granted to nationals of countries experiencing armed conflict, natural disasters, or other extraordinary conditions that make return unsafe. Eighth, DACA recipients, which stands for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, can apply for and receive EADs. These are individuals who were brought to the United States as children and meet specific criteria. Ninth, U visa and T visa holders who are victims of certain crimes or human trafficking are eligible for work authorization. And 10th, individuals who have filed for adjustment of status to become permanent residents can apply for an EAD using Form I-765 after submitting their Form I-485. Let me walk you through the application process step by step. To apply for an EAD, you need to complete and submit Form I-765 application for employment authorization. This form is available on the USCIS website and can be filed either online or by mail. The online filing system has been significantly improved in 2026, making the process faster and more efficient. Along with your completed form, you'll need to submit several supporting documents. These include a copy of your passport or travel document, 2 passport-style photographs that meet USCIS specifications, proof of your current immigration status, such as copies of your visa, I-94 arrival and departure record, or other relevant documents, and any category-specific documents required for your particular situation, such as your asylum application, receipt, university, admission letter if you're a student, or your I-485 receipt. If you're adjusting status, the filing fee for Form I-765 in 2026 is $470. Additionally, there's a biometric services fee of $85 for certain categories. However, it's important to know that some categories are exempt from paying fees. Asylum applicants filing their initial EAD application. Refugees and certain other vulnerable populations don't have to pay. If you're experiencing financial hardship, you can request a fee waiver by submitting Form I-912, along with evidence of your inability to pay. Processing times are a crucial consideration. In 2026, USCIS has made efforts to reduce processing times, but you should still expect your application to take anywhere from 3 to 5 months on average. The exact time frame depends on various factors, including the complexity of your case, the service center processing your application, and the current workload at USCIS. For cases involving severe financial loss, emergent circumstances, or humanitarian reasons, you may request expedited processing by providing compelling evidence to support your request. Here's something critical you need to know about renewals. If you already have an EAD and it's going to expire, you should file your renewal application at least 180 days before the expiration date. USCIS has implemented an automatic extension policy that can be a lifesaver. If you file your renewal application before your current EAD expires, your work authorization is automatically extended for up to 180 days. While USCIS processes your renewal, this automatic extension only applies if you're renewing under the same eligibility category and you filed on time. Let me share some important updates for 2026. USCIS has expanded online filing capabilities, and more categories can now file electronically, which significantly speeds up processing. The online system allows you to track your case status in real time, upload documents digitally, and receive notifications about your application. Biometric requirements have also been streamlined. If you've provided biometrics for a previous application within a certain time frame, USCIS may reuse those biometrics instead of requiring you to appear for another appointment. The case tracking system has been enhanced with more detailed status updates and estimated processing times based on current data. Now let's talk about some critical things you must understand about having an EAD. First, an EAD is temporary work authorization, not a path to permanent residency on its own. You must maintain your underlying immigration status if your asylum case is denied, if your student status is terminated, or if the basis for your EAD eligibility changes. Your work authorization can become invalid. This is why it's essential to stay on top of your immigration status and consult with an immigration attorney when needed. The benefits of having an EAD are substantial. You can work for any employer in the United States without restrictions on the type of work or number of jobs, meaning you can have multiple part-time positions or switch jobs freely. You can apply for a Social Security number, which is essential for employment, opening bank accounts, building credit history, and many other aspects of life in America. An EAD also helps you obtain a driver's license in most states. If you're a student, it allows you to work both on campus and off campus within the parameters of your program. You can also start your own business or work as an independent contractor. However, there are some limitations you should be aware of. An EAD does not give you travel authorization. If you need to leave the United States and return, you'll need a valid visa or advanced parole document depending on your status. Certain jobs, particularly federal government positions requiring security clearance, may only be available to U.S. citizens. Some professional licenses may have additional requirements beyond work authorization. And remember, the EAD is temporary, so you must be vigilant about renewal deadlines to avoid gaps in your work. Authorization if your EAD is lost, stolen, or damaged. You need to act quickly. File Form I-765 immediately with the appropriate fee to request a replacement card. You should also file a police report if your card was stolen while waiting for your replacement. You may be able to continue working in certain circumstances using your I-797 approval notice. But employers need to verify this is acceptable for I-9 purposes. Let me share some common mistakes that people make so you can avoid them. First, submitting an incomplete application or forgetting required documents. This is one of the most common reasons for delays or denials. Double-check everything before submitting. Second, selecting the wrong eligibility category on form. I-765. Each category has a specific code, and choosing the wrong one can result in denial. Third, failing to file for renewal on time. If there's a gap in your work authorization, you cannot legally work during that period, which can cause serious problems with your employer and your finances. Fourth, not notifying USCIS of an address change. If you move, you must file Form AR-11 within 10 days, or you might miss important notices about your case for employers. It's important to understand your responsibilities too. You must verify an employee's EAD through Form I-9 and ensure the document is valid and hasn't expired. Many employers use E-Verify, an electronic system that confirms employment eligibility as an employer. You should also track your employees' EAD expiration dates and remind them to renew in advance to avoid work interruptions. Different categories of EADs come with different conditions and rules. For example, H-4 EADs are only valid as long as the primary H-1B holder maintains their status. If the H-1B status is revoked or expires, the H-4 EAD becomes invalid too. F-1 OPT EADs have strict rules about unemployment. You can only be unemployed for a total of 90 days during your 12-month OPT period, or 150 days. If you have the STEM extension, if you exceed this, your status is automatically terminated. STEM OPT also requires you to work for an employer enrolled in E-Verify and submit regular reports about your employment. If your EAD application is denied, don't panic. You have options. You can file a motion to reopen or a motion to reconsider if you believe USCIS made an error in denying your application. In some cases, you may be able to appeal the decision carefully. Read your denial notice to understand the reason and the options available to you. This is often when consulting with an experienced immigration attorney becomes crucial. Tax obligations are another important aspect of having an EAD. Once you're authorized to work in the United States, you're required to comply with all federal and state tax laws. You must file income tax returns annually. Typically by April 15th, Social Security and Medicare taxes will be withheld from your paycheck. In most cases, depending on your immigration status and how long you've been in the U.S., you may be classified as a resident or non-resident for tax purposes, which affects how you file. Consider working with a tax professional who understands the complexities of taxation for non-citizens when it comes to long-term planning. Remember that an EAD is often a stepping stone, not the final destination. If your goal is to live permanently in the United States, you should be working toward permanent residency through whatever path is available to you, whether that's through family sponsorship, employment-based immigration asylum, or another route. Use your EAD period wisely to gain valuable work experience, build your professional network, continue your education, and strengthen your immigration case for the future. One more thing I want to emphasize is the importance of keeping copies of everything. Make copies of your EAD application, all supporting documents, receipts, approval notices, and your actual EAD card. Keep both physical and digital copies in a safe place. If anything goes wrong, having this documentation can be invaluable. Also be aware of scams. Unfortunately, there are people who prey on immigrants seeking work authorization. Only file your EAD application directly with USCIS or through a licensed attorney or accredited representative. Be wary of anyone who guarantees approval, asks for payment in cash, or promises to speed up your case through special connections. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So there you have it. A comprehensive guide to the U.S. Employment Authorization Document in 2026. We've covered what an EAD is, who qualifies, how to apply processing times, fees, benefits limitations, and important updates. For this year, remember, immigration law is complex and constantly evolving. While this video provides valuable information, every case is unique. If you have a complicated situation or specific concerns, I strongly recommend consulting with a qualified immigration attorney who can provide personalized advice based on your circumstances. That wraps up today's video here at US Visa Portal. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Share it with friends, family members, or anyone who might benefit from understanding the EAD process. Don't forget to subscribe to US Visa Portal and hit that notification bell so you're always updated with the latest immigration news, visa information, and tips that can help you navigate your journey in the United States. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if there's a specific topic you'd like us to cover in future videos. We read every comment and love hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching US Visa Portal. Until next time, stay informed, stay hopeful, and keep working toward your American dream. This is US Visa Portal signing off. See you in the next now to delve deeper into the significance of the Employment Authorization Document. It's essential to recognize how it serves as a fundamental tool for non-citizens aiming to integrate into the American workforce by providing legal permission to engage in employment. The EAD not only facilitates financial independence, but also contributes to the broader economic landscape of the United States, allowing individuals from diverse backgrounds to contribute their skills and talents. The process of obtaining this document, as outlined, begins with a clear understanding of eligibility categories, which are designed to accommodate various immigration scenarios, from those fleeing persecution to students seeking practical experience in their fields. The emphasis on timely filing and accurate documentation underscores the bureaucratic nature of the system, where precision is key to avoiding setbacks in 2026. The enhancements to online filing represent a significant step forward in modernizing the immigration process, reducing paperwork and enabling applicants to manage their cases more effectively from anywhere with internet access. This shift toward digital efficiency aligns with broader governmental efforts to streamline services and reduce backlogs which have historically plagued USCIS operations. The discussion on fees and waivers highlights the system's attempt to balance accessibility with administrative costs, ensuring that vulnerable groups are not unduly burdened while maintaining the integrity of the funding model for processing applications. The automatic extension for renewals introduced as a policy measure provides a safety net for those navigating the uncertainties of processing delays, preventing abrupt interruptions in employment that could lead to financial hardship or status complications. The benefits extend beyond mere employment authorization, encompassing essential elements of daily life, such as obtaining a Social Security number, which is pivotal for establishing a financial footprint in the country, including banking credit and even housing opportunities. The ability to secure a driver's license further enhances mobility and independence, particularly in areas where public transportation is limited. For students, the EAD under OPT provisions offers a bridge between academic achievements and professional careers, allowing them to apply theoretical knowledge in real-world settings and potentially paving the way for long-term sponsorship opportunities. The limitations, however, serve as reminders that the EAD is not a standalone solution, but part of a larger immigration framework, where underlying status must be preserved and additional permissions like travel documents may be required to avoid jeopardizing one's position. The guidance on handling lost or stolen cards emphasizes proactive measures and the importance of immediate action to maintain continuity in work authorization. The Common Mistakes section acts as a cautionary tale, drawing from frequent pitfalls observed in applications to educate potential applicants on best practices, thereby increasing the likelihood of successful outcomes. Employer responsibilities outlined here reinforce the collaborative aspect of the system where both workers and hirers must comply with verification processes to ensure legal employment practices. The variations in rules across categories illustrate the tailored nature of the EAD, accommodating specific needs while imposing relevant restrictions to uphold program integrity. The options available upon denial provide avenues for recourse reflecting the system's built-in mechanisms for review and correction, which can be crucial in rectifying errors or presenting new evidence. Tax compliance, as discussed, integrates the EAD holder into the fiscal responsibilities of working in the U.S., ensuring that contributions to Social Security and other programs are made appropriately, which may also accrue benefits over time for long-term planning. The EAD is positioned as a temporary measure, encouraging users to pursue permanent pathways, thereby aligning short-term needs with long-term goals. The advice on record-keeping and scam awareness promotes vigilance and preparedness, essential in navigating a process that can be vulnerable to exploitation overall. This overview from US Visa Portal aims to empower individuals with the knowledge needed to approach the EAD application with confidence while acknowledging the complexities involved in U.S. immigration procedures. By staying informed through reliable sources like US Visa Portal, applicants can better position themselves for success in their American endeavors. The eligibility for asylum applicants, specifically after 150 days of pending status without applicant-caused delays, ensures that those in limbo can begin supporting themselves, reducing dependency on aid and fostering self-sufficiency. Refugees and asylees benefit from automatic authorization, streamlining their integration into society without additional bureaucratic hurdles. Family-based applicants waiting for green cards find relief in the EAD, allowing them to contribute economically during often lengthy adjustment periods. F1 students through OPT gain invaluable experience that enhances their resumes and employability, particularly with STEM extensions that recognize the demand for technical expertise. J1 holders in academic training similarly bridge education and profession. H4 dependents tied to H1B processes can achieve financial independence under qualifying conditions. TPS for those from designated countries provides temporary but vital protection and work rights during crises. DACA for childhood arrivals offers opportunities to those who have grown up in the U.S. UNT visas support victims, aiding in their recovery and stability. Adjustment of status filers can maintain productivity while awaiting permanency. The application via I-765, whether online or mail, with improved 2026 systems, facilitates accessibility, supporting documents like passports, photos, status proofs, and category specifics. Ensure thorough vetting fees at $470 plus $85 biometrics, with exemptions and waivers. Promote equity processing from 3 to 5 months, with expedites for urgent cases. Balances efficiency with demand renewals 180 days prior, with auto extensions up to 180 days. Prevent lapses. 2026 updates like expanded online filing, real-time tracking, digital uploads, biometric reuse, and enhanced status info modernize the experience. Maintaining underlying status is critical, as EAD validity depends on it. Benefits include unrestricted employment, SSN drivers, license, on-off campus, work entrepreneurship. Limitations encompass no travel auth, citizen-only jobs, extra license, recs, temp, nature, lost, stolen, handling, via prompt I-765, replacement police reports, interim I-797, use common errors like incompleteness, wrong category, late renewals, address, fails lead to avoidable issues, employer I-9, E-Verify duties, expiration tracking, aid continuity category, rules like H4 dependency, F1 unemployment limits, STEM E-Verify reporting, enforce compliance denial motions. Appeals attorney consults offer remedies tax filing by April 15th. Withholding resident, non-resident status professional help. Ensure adherence, long-term perm residency pursuit via family employ asylum, etc. Utilize EAD for experience, networking education, case strengthening copies, physical digital safe storage. Scam, avoidance, direct. USCIS licensed rep filing. No guarantees, cash, special connects, protect users. This comprehensive 2026 EAD guide from US Visa. Portal covers definitions, eligibility application processes, times, fees, benefits, limits, updates, urging attorney consult for unique cases, thumbs up, share, subscribe, notify, comment for questions, topics stay informed, hopeful toward American Dream, US Visa Portal. Signing off, see you next to expand on the core elements. The EAD as issued by USCIS represents a key component of the immigration framework designed to allow non-citizens to participate legally in the labor market. Its card format with personal identifiers ensures secure verification by employers. The 1 to 2 year validity encourages ongoing compliance and renewal. The broad eligibility spans protective humanitarian, educational, family, and victim-based categories reflecting the diverse pathways into the U.S. The 150-day asylum wait underscores a balance between case review and applicant needs. Automatic refugee asylee auth simplifies entry. Family waits alleviate green card delays. OPT STEM extend student contributions. J1 training supports exchange goals. H4 conditions tie to principal status. TPS responds to global events. DACA addresses specific cohorts. UT aid crime victims adjustment bridges to permanency. I-765 form, central to apps with 2026 online boosts for speed docs like passport. Visa, I-94 specifics. Verify identity status fees, $470.85 with exemptions. Waivers aid access processing, 35 months expedites for hardships renewals. 180 days AutoX to same cat timely file 2026 online. XP track upload notify bio reuse case enhance detail temp auth not perm maintain status consult at-need benefits any employer molt jobs switch SSN bank credit DL student work business, contractor limits, no travel visa, parole fed SE key, clear site only, proflic, extra temp, renew vigil lost file, I-765, fee, police rep interim, I-797, I-9. Okay, mistakes, incomplete, wrong, cat late, renew. No AR11 ADR, CHG, employers, I-9. Verify, everify, track remind. CAT rules, H4 valid H1B, F1, UNEMP 90150 STEM, ever report denial motion, reopen recon appeal, read notice, at TNY tax comply, Fed state return, APR 15 withhold, ResNon, ResPro, help long plan stepstone perm path family EMP asylum use EADXP, net edu case, strong copies all docs FIS dig, safe scams direct, USCIS ELIC AT ACC rep, no guar cash speed if too good, not comprehensive guide what, EAD who qual how apply proc time fee ben lim up DT 2026 I am law complex evolve vid info unique case at pers adv rap US Visa portal helpful thumbs share friends fam benefit sub US Visa portal notif bell update I'm news visa info tips nav US your comment quest topic cover read every love here thank watch US Visa portal next time stay inform hope work dream US Visa portal sign off see you next